Huzzah! Not only did I beat the game on a Friday, but I beat the game on a Friday without going over in time. That's crazy. Crazy. All right. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has been conquered. And, pretty happy with that ending. I think that ending was a really nice little cap off, you know? You know, Zelda could have hugged Link, you know, at the very least, you know, saved your life, saved the world. You know, like, come on, man. But, yeah, my overall thoughts for this game is I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was fun. I, I think, for Breath of the Wild, it's been a couple of months since I rewatched my playthrough of Breath of the Wild, but one of the things that I remembered from that was a really nice sense of discovery and exploration. And even though I changed my tactics a little bit in this game, where, you know, I didn't really like, I didn't see something and go there all the time. I still felt that sense of discovery and exploration and kind of, you know, like, ooh, look at that. That looks cool, you know? You mark that on my map so I can go over there or something like that. I still felt that same feeling. And it really is kind of crazy to think that Breath of the Wild for me was a game where I felt it was a very unique kind of approach on open world. Like, it was a Zelda game that was fully open world, and the way that they handled it just kind of felt one of a kind for me. And it's kind of insane that Tears of the Kingdom still feels like that. It still feels like a one of a kind type of experience. And I don't know how possible that is for very many games out there where, you know, they craft a great game that has so many unique aspects to it, and then they craft a sequel to it, and it still maintains that. I don't even know if I've played a game that has accomplished that. So it's super cool that I got to kind of, I don't want to say relive, but maybe something. It got to happen again. Yes, a repeat or something. Let's see. I guess as far, you know, I'll say for going into the story, I actually think this was probably it's a good way to say this, like the best execution of a Zelda story for me. I actually think they got a narrative going. They've got some characters going, and they kind of ran with it. It's still a Zelda game, so it's still kind of disconnected from various things, and it's still kind of disjointed in various places. But, you know, it's a pretty big step forward compared to a lot of the other Zelda games out there in the story department. So I actually found myself enjoying the story aspects a lot more than I thought I would. For the gameplay department, I will say that I think this game is quote unquote slower than Breath of the Wild. I feel like in order to do things in this game, you have to spend more time doing the things that lead up to finally doing the thing. In so many dungeons, it's never really as simple as look around, find how you're gonna do it, and then you just, you know, retrace those steps that you had looked at. In this game, it's like, all right, look around, look at all the little puzzle pieces that are around you, and then try to envision an end result out of those puzzle pieces and then execute it. And that execution part just takes so much time because you gotta build things, you gotta rotate them, you know, it doesn't work, you gotta try again. And all of like there's definitely a slowness to those aspects. And I don't necessarily think that it's a negative or anything like that. But it's just kind of like a reality of adding such a robust system that is building and effectively letting people build whatever they want. The amount of attachments that you can put on something is pretty crazy. And you can build a bridge that's like 10 pieces long or something like that. It's pretty crazy. What the heck is this song? So I think I'm gonna label that as a criticism, but I think that's just a kind of like a fact of life for adding a system like building and then letting the player do whatever they want with that building. That said, I did like the building a lot. It sent me down probably rabbit holes that I didn't deserve to go into, and it opened the door for a lot of things. The ascend ability as well. I'm kind of surprised how well that works. That just seems like a nightmare to code, and it seems like wizardry on how they accomplish that. Because not only does it work like instantaneously in the sense of you get the green light basically right away, but I don't think it's ever broken on me or anything like that. It's been relatively smooth, and there's been many instances where it feels like the world, or maybe certain areas, hey, digital hearts, certain areas were crafted with ascend in mind, so that you couldn't use ascend, or you could use ascend in a certain spot. So that to me is also crazy. I'll probably have to reduce the volume for this. It's pretty crazy. I think that's the majority of my thoughts, though, on this game. A friend of mine, Heels, he said that this game improves. I'm rephrasing his statement, but he says that this game improves on Breath of the Wild in basically every way, and like in a drastic sense. And I don't necessarily agree on that. And not to say that in like a disparaging way. I think this game is a great improvement on Breath of the Wild, but I don't think this game leaves Breath of the Wild like in the dust. It is a wonderful transition, or a wonderful upgrade to Breath of the Wild, and that's really cool. That said, if you played Tears of the Kingdom, I don't necessarily think you could go play Breath of the Wild afterwards. I think that would be kind of tough. Because
I
at
can't
the end of
believe
the day,
such
it
an
is
impressive
improvement.
landmass can float in the sky. Just when I thought I'd started to figure the Zonai out.
Everyone, I am glad I was able to bring you all here. I wanted to share this view of Hyrule with all of you.
Whoa! I've never been this far up before, Goro.
Wow, what a sight it is. And
How do I even
Zelda,
get here?
you were roaming the skies all along?
Yes, although I don't really remember. I never thought I would actually stand here again.
This is only a theory, but Raru's power of light and Sonia's time power. For Zelda to transform back, they both must have channeled their abilities through you, Link.
I see.
Now it seems it is my time.
Minoru!
Do not worry. You have overcome the burden my era left to you. You have proven yourself, and you no longer need me. I know I can move on, join Raru and the others, and the world will be safe.
Don't be the sage of spirit.
Those of us gathered here swear on our lives to support Princess Zelda and... Oh. To support Princess Zelda and safeguard the land of Hyrule.
Raru and Sonia will be happy to hear of this.
But Minoru!
And I'll let them know just how much you care. Thank you all.
King Raru, Queen Sonia, Minoru. The ancient sages. They wished not only to save Hyrule from the Demon King, but for it to see eternal peace. I will dedicate myself to that goal. Now, and for all time. My friends, With all of your strength, stand with me.
How are you going to handle the rest of it? All the gloom gone, and I can just explore the depths without worrying about gloom. Oh. Back here. Want to check this out real quick. Real quick. Real quick. All right. They kick you back to right before the final area. All right, interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Alrighty, well. What a game. What a game. That's going to wrap it up for me for today. Looks like I've dropped some frames. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific, to place something. Find out what that is. So, yeah. See ya the next time I see you. Peace.